The United States in the beginning of the 1930s was in a state of depression. The need for work and money was a constant concern, especially for small-town America. Many Americans lost everything they had worked for and struggled to hold on to what little was left. Entertainment of any form was relished, allowing radio to flourish. With the advent of radio, families could sit at home and enjoy weekly programs of their favorite shows, which helped bring families closer together. Radio influenced America in those early years and helped popularize big college sports, mainly football. For the smaller communities, football was merely a spectator sport because of the lack of students needed to fill an 11-man roster, as well as funds to equip one. Then in 1933, a school administrator from Beatrice, Nebraska, named Stephen E. Epler, came up with an idea to solve these daunting problems. He developed six-man football, eliminating guards, tackles, and one back, and shrinking the length of the field from 100 yards to 80. This allowed schools with fewer players and less money to play football. This new brand of football was exciting to watch, as smaller players could excel in this game, and many 140-pound kids could become hometown heroes overnight. The rules of six-man football were unique in that every player was eligible for the pass. 15 yards were needed for a first down, and at least one exchange in the backfield was required to enable the quarterback to either pass or run. The result was a wide-open, exciting game with lots of scoring. Many of the tackles were open field, and fans flocked to the games in support of their local schools. The first official game was played on September 16, 1934, in Hebron, Nebraska, between Chester and Hebron high schools. Six-man football spread quickly from Nebraska to Kansas, North Dakota, Pennsylvania, New York, Louisiana, Florida, New Mexico, Colorado, Montana, and Texas. But by far, the most successful state playing this brand of football was Texas. Today, there are over 100 public high school six-man teams playing football in Texas, most of those being north of Interstate 10 freeway. One of the most successful six-man programs in the state is Panther Creek High School. Panther Creek Consolidated Independent School District is located 8 miles south of Valera, Texas, just off Public Road 3421. It is approximately 70 miles east of San Angelo and about 75 miles south of Abilene, Texas. Today, Panther Creek enrolls 70 high school students from a rural area of approximately 550 square miles, with some students driving 40 miles one way to attend school. The closest town to campus is Valera, 8 miles north, boasting only one small cafe, which doubles as a fishing tackle shop and a post office. Approximately 100 people live in this community, and although this is usually enough residents to comprise a town in Texas, Valera is not incorporated and has no legal city limits. The nearest grocery store and gas station to Panther Creek is 16 miles away in Coleman, and several teachers and administrators live on campus in mobile homes due to lack of available housing. In Valera, the local cafe and bait shop is Big O's, run by proprietor Lynn Owens. His business has employed many Panther Creek students over the years.
Football players, we try to work around their schedules as well as the basketball and all sports, but I sure enjoy working with these kids. They're great kids out here in the country. They I can't say, I'm not trying to say anything bad about the other kids, but these kids, every one of them I've had have been outstanding kids. you can trust them, and they work hard. And, you know, they're kids, but they're good kids.
To the community at large, Panther Creek football brings residents together like nothing else does. Throughout the season, friends and family, neighbors and fans, teachers and administrators will follow the Panthers in pursuit of another state championship.
The Panther Creek fans, the real fans that come every Friday night, it doesn't matter if it's 5-hour drive and, you know, 20 degrees. I mean, those are awesome because it doesn't matter where you see them, they always want to talk to you. Yeah, get you pumped up for the game.
I think with it being a small school and the country folk, so to speak, we really like supporting everything. It makes the kids, you know, feel good to see that everybody just about in the community is going to be at their game.
I live 48 miles from the school proper, and really when we hit the stadium, we're all family. You love these people even though you don't know all the names that go with them. You have a ball with them.
Moselle was always six-man. I think. Wasn't Moselle always six-man?
Yeah.
Yeah, we never were big enough to be anything better. I won't say better, just bigger.
School principal and assistant coach Dwayne Nanny has been part of Panther Creek since its inception and was a member of its first graduating class.
Most times when I see people during the school year, it's at a football game. You know, and I might not see them again until the next school year. They might live 50 miles off, but they make the football games, and then I'll never see them again until the next year. Panther Creek is a football school.
Since its consolidation, Panther Creek has had one of the state's most successful six-man football programs, making the playoffs every year.
You know, we have 4 seasons. We have winter, spring, summer, and football. And around here, it's six-man football.
In 1992 and 1993, Panther Creek won back-to-back state championships, and at the beginning of the 1994 season, hired the 1993 National Six-Man Coach of the Year from Ropesville, Texas, 36-year-old Mitch Lee. Mitch Lee grew up playing six-man football in May, Texas, where much of his knowledge of the game was born. As is often the case with six-man players, Mitch played both sides of the ball at both quarterback and defensive back. By his senior year, Mitch was voted All-State defensive back and played in the Texas All-Star Game, where he received the MVP award for defense.
Let's go center guard across, Clint. Make sure and get that 35 block. Cut him under. If he's coming hard, cut him under. Dustin, y'all run good clean routes. Somebody's open. Let's catch that ball, guys. Worry about the catch, and then we'll worry about the run. Here we go. Ready, catch.
In football, he carries that analytical thinking into everything he does in football. And he'll look at a film, I bet 100 times. He knows what every single person's foot is going to do, where their body's going to go. So when they're out there and they're in their stance on the field, you know, he can call the plays before they happen, and he can say, this guy's fixing to go do this. And they did it.
I want a cross block, dive 30, end around. Okay?
For me and my sisters, compared to the other cheerleaders, like,
Well, it's different because we know what's all involved, and we know, like, if we lose, we go home and we live with my family, and we're all disappointed. But the other cheerleaders, it's just like their boyfriends playing, or they're just out there to look pretty or whatever. But it's really, it really means a lot to my family.
Whenever he is home, he's watching football. The Cowboys, UT, those are his favorite teams. And he's studying plays, designing new plays. That's what he does year-round, actually. And he comes in to eat, and then he goes back over there.
On a big game, he might be a little bit nervous, but it's everything. Every week it's positive, and he doesn't really show that he's nervous all the time. But you kind of sense that he is.
What my goal is here is to always put our kids in a position to have success, and sometimes success is not a win. Sometimes success is overachieving, playing at a real high level, even against an opponent that has you outmanned. If we can do that, you're going to have a gratifying or rewarding experience at the end of the game.
Good, that's it.
It could be a normal game in any given week. Team might not be that good that we're playing, but we never look past that team to the following week. It's just like that team, the team that we're playing that week's the one we're going to focus on. He's always fired up. He's more fired up than we are most of the time.
Chop him. Yep, just chop him hard, don't miss. Okay? Now with him there, we're also going to get this right here.
He's definitely a good motivator. Because he'll sit here at Thursday practice and tell us we're playing like crap, and then we'll step it up and we'll play good on Friday.
The Lee family has lived on the high school campus since their arrival, only 75 yards from the football field.
There you go. Good. Good.
Six-man's a lot different, a lot faster, and it's a lot of trust, too, because you only got 5 other guys out there that have your back if you mess up, and there's a lot of trust on the team amongst the guys.
In 11-man, if you miss a tackle, there's someone at your back probably going to cover for you. In 6-man, if you miss a tackle, it's probably 6 points. So it's a little bit tougher to play defense in 6-man, and that's one of the reasons it's more exciting.
This was my first experience with 6-man. I'd never seen a 6-man game till I came to Panther Creek, and I was told that it was sandlot and hully-gully football, and wasn't very impressed with it, but I was totally impressed with the first scrimmage. I had never seen so much hard hitting and good blocking and good fundamentals and good tackling, and it takes an athlete to play 6-man. I didn't realize, and he's got to be in top-notch physical condition in order also to play 6-man.
Size don't really matter. You just got to play as hard as any 11-man school does to get to the ultimate goal, and we proved that and hope to do it again.
Entering the last year of the decade, Panther Creek can lay a legitimate claim to having the best 6-man program of the 90s. The Panthers have made the playoffs every year during that time, including 2 state championship victories. Expectations are once again high this season, as Panther Creek possesses everything they need to win the state championship, including talent, team leadership, and excellent coaching. Adding to Panther Creek's arsenal will be the experience of 5 returning starters on both sides of the ball. The Panthers come into the 1999 season as the preseason #1 6-man team in the Lone Star State.
We have the feeling that we can go ahead and we can win state, and that's what we're trying to do. That this is our goal, is to win state, and every year it's the same. Everybody on the team is excited because we know we can win this year. It's just a matter of the want to and the willpower. We got Blake coming back, the best pass defender I've seen in a long time, and I've seen a lot of people. He can tackle so good. He hits you hard, real hard. Josh plays quarterback. He can do things with the ball that you would just never imagine. Throw the ball so hard, far, soft, and just give you any pass that you really needed. And then we got Dustin coming back. He blocked off the line. He was so quick. And his hands, you could just throw up anything to Dustin and he'll catch it. Clint Marks on the line. This guy is awesome. He's an animal. He don't care. He just tear through the line. He's just an animal. Brody is so fast. I don't think anybody can keep up with him in the state. Speed-wise, going down to make receptions and stuff like that, Brody's just a major aspect of this team because he can block, pass, anything. He can do it all.
For Mitch Lee and assistant coach Dwayne Nanny, the pieces are all in place and the preseason behind them. Now, their team must play the game.
Listen, everybody split ends. If 60 is on top of yours, split left. When we run a quick dive, you got to seal first line of scrimmage. He's too good and let him come down that line. Again. Good deal. Good blocking, guys. Woo, that was tough. Good job. Cross buck sweep, split left, cross buck sweep, okay? Everybody know what to do. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, good tackles, Ray. Corner's got to have good tackles here. You know, relax right here. If you guys are going to be a playoff caliber team, I mean a contender, you got to hammer down right now. Come on now, come on now. Dadgum, that's gonna get your blood pumping there, won't it, Kevin?
With the district title under their belt, the Panthers look destined to win the Texas State Championship. Having beaten every team they've faced by 46 points or more, the next challenge for the Panthers is the Zephyr Bulldogs. The Panthers are undefeated at 10-0 and are heavy favorites to win easily. Coming into the game, running back Ray Buse has amassed 1,704 yards on the ground with a spectacular 31 touchdowns. The Panther Creek defense has been outstanding all season, holding their opposition to a minuscule average of 6 points a game. The Panthers took Coach Lee's direction, reeling off 44 unanswered points and ending the game early in the fourth quarter by the 45-point mercy rule. When the game was over, star running back Ray Buse had run over Zephyr, carrying the ball for 358 yards and scoring 6 touchdowns, catapulting Panther Creek to another by-district title.
Number 23, Dustin Speckles. Number 13, Josh Lee. Number 50, Martin Pihosa.
In the regional championship game, Panther Creek faces the 10-1 Jonesboro Eagles, who have a very successful program of their own, making the playoffs 15 consecutive years. The Panthers dominated from the opening kickoff with their usual powerful offense, jumping out to a 30-0 lead. Blake Dawson, who recovered from an ankle injury suffered against Zephyr, led the defensive charge with 11 tackles, as the Panthers ruled the other side of the ball, holding the Eagles' offense to a mere 105 total yards. And capturing the regional championship for a third consecutive year.
A small school like this, especially a football school, if you're a football player, I mean, I've personally gotten away with some stuff that I probably wouldn't have if it hadn't been for playing football.
The teachers still, they still want you to do your work, and they still make you do your work. So, they work with you, and just because you play football doesn't mean that they're gonna give you your grades or whatever. They still expect you to make your grades.
I don't know. It just seems kind of like you get a little more lenient actions from the teachers when it comes to being a football player.
With the state title within reach, Panther Creek squares off against its most seasoned opponent, the Gordon Longhorns. The Panthers defeated Gordon previously in the quarterfinals in both 1995 and 1997. And in this year's preseason game, Panther Creek ran the Longhorns off the field by 9 touchdowns.
See if you can figure out what this is he has growing on his blood. Sorry, look for the camera, Brody. You can take that to a specialist.
You want a little more pressure on this ball game. We've heard some of the pundits calling this to be the ball game that decides the team of the decade in the 90s. Panther Creek with 2 state championships, Gordon with 1 state championship, but Gordon with more wins than Panther Creek. Longhorns will now go to the deep snap spread formation. Ball snap back to Kite. Now Campbell has it. Campbell with the option to run. He will run. He's got lots of room. He has close to the first down. He's up in midfield. Breaks 1 tackle. Still breaking tackles. Unbelievable! Long tackle at the 10. Long tackle comes in for the touchdown. Absolutely unbelievable. He goes 54 yards. Incredible athletic ability.
Listen, what we got to do on kickoffs, you got to get down there. Get past the block, and then break down and bend to the ball. These guys are going to block. You got to work, okay? Here we go. Ready, hit. Ready, hit. Let's go.
Here's the pitch to Ray Buse around the corner. Buse gets in. Touchdown, Panther Creek. Just made it in on the near side end zone pylon with 7 minutes, 21 seconds to go. And now the lead goes back again into the hands of Panther Creek, 20-19. There's a fumble on the play. Oh no! Panther Creek has come up with the ball. Gordon fumbles it at the 25-yard line. They're going to give Panther Creek the ball first and 15 at their own 26-yard line. 7 minutes, 13 seconds to go in this second quarter. In the 6 quarterfinals, 30-19. Panther Creek over Gordon. Campbell scrambling, throwing the ball. Has the receiver wide open. This time it's caught. And look out, touchdown. Completed into the hands of Cody Scott. And the Longhorns answer with 2 minutes, 44 seconds to go in this first half.
Defensively, guys, we straighten out what just happened on that one, okay? Y'all just do a good job. Don't let the guy run the ball on tailback option. Right now, that's the best thing they've got going. We'll go to work on that at the half, okay?
Now the foot race down the sideline. One man to beat, he's still on 10. Oh my, touchdown, Panther Creek.
No, I want you in the end zone. I want everybody in the end zone. Ain't gonna be no good. Last second.
Here's the play right here. Snap back. Campbell has the ball, looking into the end zone. Has the receiver. Caught. Touchdown. Gordon Longhorns. That is a huge play for Gordon. Bo Johnson on the touchdown reception for the Longhorns off the hands of Lyle Campbell in the six-man state quarterfinals. We're at half. Your game of the week on the 50-yard line. Our score is Panther Creek 38, Gordon 34.
We've got to get some stops. Y'all realize that, right? Tailback option. When Campbell's back here, expect tailback option. That's what it's going to be, a quick one. Okay? The guy shading inside of Brody, we're running wide. If he's head up or outside, we're running inside. That makes sense? But I can tell you right now, most of them are going to be wide, aren't they? They're all right here. I'm going to call down block 34 every time you got that guy. If y'all can get stops in the third quarter and wear them out in the process, they keep winning. Provided we take care of offense.
38-34 our score. The Longhorns down by 4 points to the number 1 ranked team in the state of Texas, the Panther Creek Panthers. Back to Kite, now back to Campbell as they went to the deep snap formation. Campbell doing what we said just a moment ago, scrambling now, he'll run with it. He's at the 10, at the 5, hit hard at the 3-yard line. Big play, 3rd and goal to go from the 3-yard line. Pitch back to Chance Kite, he'll get the corner, he'll get the touchdown for the Longhorns. They've regained the lead. 6 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the third quarter. And now Panther Creek has it 1st and 15 from the Gordon 15-yard line. What a seesaw battle here. 41-38, the Longhorns over Panther Creek. But here comes the quarterback for the Panthers looking into the end zone. He's in trouble now, still on his feet. And a couple of Longhorns finally try to corral him, but he completes the pass. Touchdown!
Okay, so you can help out, and if Campbell commits real quick to one side, come and get him.
Bit of an inside trap play to Kite. He breaks the tackle. Hey, look out! Here goes Kite. It's a foot race. He'll win it at the 30, at the 20. Chance Kite! My goodness, will go 52 yards breaking tackles. And what an answer! Gordon came into this ball game a 20-point underdog. Nobody all season long has played Panther Creek to this level. Panther Creek came into this ball game. They have won every ball game all season long by at least 46 points. Campbell goes in under tight under center, fakes the handoff, looking downfield, wants to even it up very quickly, has the receiver, and it's intercepted. Oh no, intercepted, and now back up the field on the interception. And he's finally tackled at the 34-yard line. Gordon going for the jugular. Reads the quarterback under tight, under center, under a rush, just dumps one up in the air. It's time for a touchdown. In front of Lyle Campbell, who was defending on the play, caught for a touchdown by their star receiver, Dustin Speckle. And with 52 seconds to go in this third quarter, what a big change in this ball game. 50-47 now our score. 1 second remaining in the third quarter. Campbell tight under center. He's in trouble, gets out of trouble. Now looking down the field, he's in huge trouble. He's going to go down. No, he won't go down. Yes, he does. Oh my, Lyle Campbell goes down at the 7-yard line. And that's going to bring up 4th and a bunch as we end the third quarter here. Here's an inside play. And this time Dawson has it. Still on his feet. Look out. He's going. Oh, he falls down. Falls down at the 5-yard line. Dawson would have had the touchdown. Panther Creek keeps coming, keeps coming. And here they go. There's the pitch back to Pierce. He fumbles the ball. He fumbles it, and Gordon may have come up with it. He did. Gordon has come up with the ball. And what an incredibly huge play for Gordon.
Hey, defense, let's go. Come on.
3rd and 18. They set up in a spread formation and now move into a tight formation. Kite back, dumps it back to Campbell. Campbell's in trouble, throws the ball, and it's, we got flagged. That interference, critical mistake by Panther Creek. There was even close to the first down, but number 17 came up and hit him in the back before the ball got there, and that is going to be pass interference and an automatic first down for Gordon.
You ready to go, or you need a breather? Sure? Time, we got to suck it up, guys.
Deep spread formation for Gordon to Kite to Campbell on the right side. He's got room. He can run for the first down. He will. He has the first. Look out. He's in. Touchdown, Gordon. Lyle Campbell. 3 minutes, 56 seconds to go. Campbell rumbles in on what was designed, I think, all the way to be a running play for Lyle Campbell.
Let's execute right now whatever you got left. Make sure we make good choices. Read your blocking rule. Get turned on these people. They're dead. They're dead tired too. Some of y'all tired, but we're not that tired. We can execute our offense. Let's go down the field and put it in the end zone. All right, let's get after it. Hey, we got all of our timeouts. We're going to chew some clock and go down the field and get it done, all right? Ready, hit. Ready, hit. Let's go.
As the final whistle blew, Mitch Lee and his team could only look on in shock as Gordon sent the #1 team in Texas home, ending Panther Creek's bid for the state title. A bitter end to a stellar season. Two weeks later, Gordon captured the state championship. Nelson Campbell was voted Six-Man Coach of the Year. Lyle Campbell, his son, received Six-Man Player of the Year honors and went on to play football at Dartmouth University. But for Panther Creek, the loss to Gordon was devastating.
Other than a death, this was one of the most horrible things that I've had to go through.
The night we lost, it was like grief. Honestly, it was like grief.
That was the last game I coached, was the one at Gordon.
The end of football season brings a lull to the lives of this close-knit community. With the stadium in darkness, everyone must settle in for the remainder of the school year.
I don't know when I've had a loss hurt me as bad as that hurt me, because I was like everyone else. I just knew we were going to go on and win the state championship, and this was going to be my first one in about 32 years. I've been close several times before. And even in my coaching career, I don't know that I had a loss hurt me as bad as that loss hurt me. And even in my playing career, I don't know what I remember, because it was so hard on the kids, so hard on the staff and the faculty and the community and everything, because I guess we were all too overconfident and we didn't take care of business like we should have.
I couldn't sit there and, after my fumble and everything, I still kind of blamed the game on myself, because, You know, I can't look at these people in the face and say, you know, it's my fault. And, you know, it's just really harsh.
As the months went by, Panther Creek enters the new millennium looking toward the future, never forgetting the past. With the start of the 2000 season, the Panther Creek Panthers are not the dominant team of 1 year ago. Gone is All-State senior running back Ray Buse, who led Panther Creek in all-purpose yards. Defensively, the Panthers have a large gap to fill with the departure of All-State senior safety Blake Dawson, who led the team in tackles. Aware of the absent talent on this year's squad, Coach Lee will log more hours than ever before.
He'd say, I'll come home and eat or whatever, and have time. He wouldn't come home and eat. We'd take you something over there. He'd come home and just eat real fast and go back. But he puts a lot of hours into what he does, a lot of time.
Joining Coach Lee on the sidelines for the 2000 campaign is a new assistant coach, Chris Habecker, who coached previously with Mitch at May High School. Returning for Panther Creek is All-State quarterback Josh Threet, as well as his favorite deep threat, All-State wide receiver Dustin Speckles. Junior running back Clint Marks will attempt to fill the shoes left by Ray Buse, taking over the ground attack for the Panthers. Joining Marks in the backfield will be junior running back John Lowrance. Hard-working Matt Pretty will turn in double duty as both pass blocker and secondary receiver. Utility man Brody Cope rounds out the Panthers once again as the fastest player on the team. But the question remains, can these Panthers do what their predecessors could not?
To the ball, but don't let anybody back on the outside. Let's go, guys. Go, guys. Hey, helmet, face mask. That's how you're going to tackle these people. Let's do it right. Ready, hit. Ready, hit. Let's go, guys. I like it. If they block down, you penetrate. If they leave on pass, you got to pick them up. Go cover one black, coach. Yeah, bend into the ball and make the play. We got to have help in that middle. Watching you, you were asleep. The guy's sitting there and you let him blow by you. Don't be asleep. If he's yours, you got him, okay? There you go, buddy.
The Panthers have proven that their physical prowess is a force to be reckoned with as they roll into the playoffs undefeated once again. Plagued by the early round losses of the previous 2 seasons, however, as the stakes rise, Coach Lee must now address the psychological side of his players.
There's 2 things we can do. Clint and John, pay attention. Brody is going to get the outside man. Y'all both attacking out just like guard flip or center flip. This is on quick sweep? It's on quick sweep.
The 99 season course was a major motivator for us. We came in with a axe to grind.
How did they get behind you a while ago? Zone half. I go ran right behind you. What happens if I stand across this way? You don't stand. You're playing zone half. You just rotate like cover 1.
A determination big time to get down the road, make up for past season.
Their hard-fought win against Aquila, Panther Creek has earned a shot at a state championship. However, in the title game, the Panthers find themselves the underdog for the first time ever, squaring off against the undefeated Highland Hornets. The Hornets' top threat, Jared Bowen, has been unstoppable all season, rushing for 2,033 yards with an amazing 42 touchdowns. The Panthers must stop Bowen to have any chance of winning the state championship. Highland has the advantage of both size and speed over Panther Creek, yet each head coach knows that the state championship could well be decided by their team's defense. An estimated 8,000 spectators from all over Texas will be in attendance at San Angelo Stadium, one of the largest crowds ever to watch a 6-man football game.
Now. Good job. How do I finish off, John? Good job, guys. Good. That one, guys.
Panther Creek wins the toss and has elected to receive the football, so Highland will kick it away to the Panthers to open up the 2000 6-man state championship.
Hey! Hey, you won the toss, let's go win the game. All right, right here. Everybody hit. Ready? Go on! Hit!
Here, the fake to the right side, now rolling to the left side, passing downfield, and intercepted there by Cade Johnson, and Cade Johnson goes to the right, then back to the left. in the slot to the right. He's going to roll to the right. There's a man wide open downfield. The pass down there is hauled in. And it's a touchdown to Skyler Baxter.
Skyler Baxter is Kate Johnson's favorite target at his end position. He breaks wide open into the defensive secondary. Easy pickings. The Highland Hornets strike first blood with 7:07 remaining in the first quarter. Six-man state championship. Hornets look good early on. 8-0. Panther Creek Panthers deep in Highland territory looking to tie this one up.
The set to the left and a handoff back to the left, and going into the end zone is Ken Martin again.
Panther Creek gets on the board. They missed the two-point kick on the conversion, and Highland still leads 8-6. Panther Creek Panthers shaken up on the play that time. We got to hope he's okay. Went Marks, as Bill said, that's their bail cow. That's their go-to guy, and he is putting a little pressure on his leg right now, but he was shaken up after catching that reception. Highland does have a lead, 8-6, with 5:55 remaining in the first half of action.
Incidentally, Clint Marks for the year has 1,769 yards rushing. If he can't come back, they'll be hurting.
John Lawrence again at the tailback. Again, eye to the left for Panther Creek. Creek breaks the huddle. Quick pitch to Lawrence. Finds the seam. Finds running room to the left. Off the field. Finally run down, but he's got plenty of real estate needed for the first down. 11 yards needed for the touchdown. Eye to the left. They call that their Jaybird formation. They'll pitch it outside to Lawrence. He's going to pull back, throw the football in the end zone. Ball is juggled and caught for the touchdown.
Unbelievable catch there.
Aaron, that's one of the better catches I've ever seen right there.
Now Highland from the broken eye formation hands it off to the fullback. It's McCluskey. He's loose. He's gone. He's gone. Landon McCluskey on the touchdown run, giving the Highland Hornets no flag. Landon McCluskey, there's that little fullback dive, and he finds the seam still collared, and it's just a foot race. And McCluskey's going to win that the majority of the time. The Hornets strike right back with a bee sting, literally 22-14. Highland on top of Panther Creek. We are at the...
Do a few more of those where if you're straight drop back, you got to protect stuff. What's happening on those three passes, first of all, we need to go faster motion, first of all. We need to go pretty fast where it looks like we're going to run a fly pattern up the field, and then let's do it. Let's run the fly pattern up the field, okay? Because that is, then they have to do this. Right now, they're just moving to about right there.
Just underway with the beginning of the second half, 22-14, Highland Hornets in the lead. Reed again back up the line of scrimmage with that Jaybird set to the left side, handing off to the right side to Lawrence. Lawrence breaking tackles, and he's down to the 1-yard line.
And it's going to be first and go from the 1 for the Panthers.
High set to the left, pitch to Lawrence to the right, and he's going to break the plane. Fumbles the ball after he gets into the end zone, but he crossed the plane with the ball, and so there's a touchdown for the Panthers. And the score is now tied at 22-22 with 5 minutes and 25 seconds left in the third period of play.
Panther Creekville is just all over Jared Bowen. You saw early in the game on the touchdown pass with the play action fake. That could come back into play. Panther Creek knows that Jared Bowen is the leading rusher for the Highland Hornets. I'll guarantee you, every time Jared, wherever he goes tonight, he said Panthers in his face.
Fourth down, and the Hornets will kick the ball from there on into the field.
But a big pickup on the throw and catch for the Panther Creek Panthers, and touchdown here for Panther Creek. They take the lead. That'll do it for the third quarter of action. 22-22. We're all tied up as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Panther Creek again, hopefully not sound like a broken record, but
wherever Jared Bowen goes, he's got 3 defenders with him. So Panther Creek gets the ball, 1st and 15, 38-yard line. They lead Highland 30-22 with 6:28 remaining in the ball game. Eye to the left. Here comes Creek with the option. Pitches it to Lawrence. Lawrence with running room left side. Cuts it upfield. Picks up about 6-7 on the play. Clint Marks went out of the game early in the second quarter and has been back momentarily here in the third quarter, but John Lawrence has been carrying the load and has picked up this second half and done a yeoman's job for the Panthers so far.
Sweep right, and a nice play by the Highland Hornets. They'll drop Lawrence for, I guess that's no gain. It's Corey Corden that's coming up big again for the Hornets. It's another 4th down situation for Panther Creek. Huge play now for the Hornets. Receiver right side, eye left. Creek breaks the pass, throws it up the middle. Got a man there, and it's incomplete. Oh, the ball just underthrown just a bit. The receiver had to go low below his knees towards his ankles to try and haul that one in. It would have been for a touchdown, but it goes incomplete, and Highland gets the ball back. Johnson back to pass, has a man. It's going to be Landon McCluskey, who breaks free, cuts it to his right. He's going to score the touchdown for the Highland Hornets. Landon McCluskey on the pass from Kate Johnston with 3:08 remaining in the contest. And again, Landon McCluskey comes up big for the Hornets. Panther Creek looks to tie it up here. Unbalanced side to the right. Creek breaks the huddle, going to hand it off to Lawrence on the draw play, still on his feet. Inside the 5, into the end zone for the Panther Creek touchdown. We're tied up at 36-36 with 1:09 remaining in the ball game. 6-man Texas Bowl. State championship, 6-man state Texas Bowl, Bobcat Stadium. Shotgun formation again for Highland. 1:08 remaining in the ball game. Kate Johnson back, looking to pass. Rolls out to his right, throwing it deep. Got a man open in the center of the field, but it's overthrown and intercepted by Panther Creek. Panther Creek with the big defensive stop. 56 seconds remaining. It's tied up 36. Now you got to bite your fingers. 36-36, less than a minute left in regulation. Highland needs to stop on defense. Unbalanced side to the left. Creek breaks the huddle. Brett takes the snap, and he's going to be pulled down for the sack. Big play by the Hornet defense. Clock continues to run with 47 seconds remaining in the ball game. Panther Creek has the ball. Looking at 2nd down, 17. Unbalanced side to the left. Receiver to the right. 3 with the pass complete. Receiver coming across the field to the far sideline. He's going to have enough, it looks like, for the 1st down. Every play crucial here in this ball game. Hurry up offense for Panther Creek. Again, unbalanced side. Creek looking to throw the football. Pass is incomplete. He was looking to get the ball to Dustin Speckles. Nice play by the Highland defense to break that up. It would have been caught inside the 5-yard line. 9 seconds remaining in the ball game. 3rd and 17. Panther Creek at the Highland 25. Creek drops back to pass. Looking to the left side. Got a man wide open. He's going to step in the end zone for the touchdown. Touchdown. 1 second remaining. And Panther Creek scores the go-ahead touchdown. 42-36. Panther Creek. Wow, looks like they're going to capture the 2006-man Texas Bowl.
Two outside guys. Johnson stands at the 40 if he tries to run it. The 2 outside pass him and look for the lateral. Okay, y'all see what we're doing? All right, here we go.
Panther Creek, there's the split kick. McCluskey's going to field it. He's going to pitch it back. And the referees are going to say it was a lateral. They're going to whistle it dead. They're going to say McCluskey's knee hit the ground. They're going to say McCluskey's knee hit the ground. The Highland coaching staff cannot believe it. The kids are standing there kind of in awe.
He was fixing to go off for the races. There was nobody there, and they whistled the play dead, and Highland was just incredulous to that.
Usually when something like this happens, the referees will say, well, that's it, we're heading to the locker room. They're going to still talk about this. They're making all the Panther Creek fans who are already on the 50-yard line celebrating. They're going to hustle them off the field while the referee's trying to make a decision here. One of those, if you're an official, you know, make sure you know he's down before you blow the whistle with the
that's for sure.
state championship on the line. Panther Creek fans rush from the stands to the field. They're trying to celebrate. Panther Creek saying, wait a minute, we thought this was over, and you've got half the town standing on the far sideline waiting to celebrate.
Yes, sir. You did. Ball. Right there. If it was hard in the Gordon whistle, it's part of the game, and you just went on. No. So we're going to kick over. We're going to kick over.
So 1 second back on the clock, and we'll try this again. Wow. There's the squib kick. McCluskey up, built it, and the ball hits the ground, and there's Panther Creek all over it, and that's going to do it. Wow. Panther Creek Panthers are your 2006 state champions.
Since its conception nearly 70 years ago, the extraordinary journey of six-man football continues to enrich rural America. From Hebron, Nebraska to Valera, Texas, this unique sport is driven by a spirit all its own. Yet who or what is the seventh man? Could it be the head coach? Could it be the community? Could it be the passion for the game itself? Or perhaps it is the very spirit of its creator, Stephen Epler, and his idea of giving the thousands of small schools across this country something to believe in.
We all got plans, gonna meet at the football stands, pick up trucks Friday night. The radio announcer says this one is gonna be tight. We all know how the game is played, we all know the positions. Six-man football, make some noise. The whole town is here to cheer our boys and watch them win. When we're near them, we revere them, let them hear us cheer them. When we're near them, we revere them, let them hear us cheer them tonight. Tonight. Chalk it up, that's all folks. Put another win in the record books. Coffee at the diner Saturday morning, talking about the game and who led the scoring drive. We get this way every fall. Got a lot of hearts for a town this small. Six-man football, let's go get 'em. Playing better and better every year by year. Watch them win. When we're near them, we revere them, let them hear us cheer them. When we're near them, we revere them, let them hear us cheer them tonight. Tonight. Drive 100 miles to a game. All all got plans. Gonna meet at the football stand.